In the last video, we bought my cameraman his first salvage car. What do you think of your new car?
I'm excited, bro.
We got straight to work with all the repairs, stripping down all the damaged parts and replacing them with like-for-like parts. But we got this far only to find out that the car was hiding a ton of damage. Look at that! So not only did it need hundreds of pounds worth of new parts, we found it was completely rusted out. So I went ahead and I surprised him with this. What's that?
Is that mine?
No, I didn't paint your car red. Your car's still there.
What? What the hell, bro? What's going on?
That's right, we went out and we picked up a like-for-like car with a blown engine, and we were gonna use all the parts off of this one for the white Scirocco. But then the plans changed, we got a replacement engine, we slapped a giant supercharger and a turbocharger onto this 1.4 engine, and then this happened. Aha! Found a loose plug. Boom! So with the donut engine fitted and running, this episode is all about buckling up the front end on the car, heading out for a first test drive. But can we get both the supercharger and the turbocharger to work on this 1.4 TSI? What should we do with this car? Alright, so guys, as you can see from the state of me, I've been busy. We've done tons of work, and the last time you saw this car, it was Christmas Eve. We just got the engine fitted. Well, off camera, well, I'm gonna look after you lot. So I got a few shots. I just went ahead and I buckled down all the final bits and bobs on the install of this engine, which is the drive shaft, a few more plugs. And now we're at the point where we're gonna actually try to start the car again, stick it in gear, and hopefully we see movement on the wheels. If we see movement, that's a go. We'll get the car out. If we don't see movement, me and George are gonna cry. Isn't it, George? Right, so you've seen it. This is gonna be another jam-packed episode. Let's continue. So first up, I need to formulate a plan, and we need this car to be driving under its own power. As we swapped the engine and the gearbox, I had to swap over these little bad boys from the old car onto this one because they were different. It's just a small bracket that holds the shifter cables in place. Once I swapped over the bracket, I was able to buckle that down, and we need to get the gearbox hooked up. With the shifter cables in place, here's a little test to make sure that the gears are working. Next up, I'm connecting the drive shafts to the new gearbox, and it's time to do a quick test. Alright you guys, so is that. Oh, this is really, really tricky. Keep an eye there. We should be seeing movement on these wheels. George, start her up. Drive first gear. First gear. Yeah, buddy. We got movement. Press the brake. And try for reverse. Yeah, buddy. Right, that was a success. So now that I know the car has got movement, I need to go ahead and get it all down and actually see if the car moves. That's because we need to spin it around and get it on the ramp. And now for the first time since we got this parts car, it's actually driving under its own power, which is amazing. Did you notice anything different about my M2 competition? I've done tons of mods to that car, so stay tuned to the end of this video for a preview. Technically, that was the first drive. What do you think?
Yeah, mate, look, I love this car. It goes like 1,000,000 miles an hour, so quick. Fuck me.
How's the clutch feeling?
No, it feels good, mate. Yeah, you can feel the engine, obviously, it's not.
Yeah, we need to
Not
put,
quite there yet.
there's a couple of brackets underneath, so
Yeah, sweet.
that's the whole point. Guys, the
But
car,
literally feels smooth other than that.
yeah, it does, it does. The car is driving, the car is moving under its own power, finally. Now it's time to do the finishing touches before we can actually take the car out. So we got the car spun around, get it up on the ramp, and we're gonna be reassembling this front end. So here's the gearbox mount I was referring to earlier. Without this, the engine's gonna sway, so we needed to get that in place before taking this car anywhere. There's a ton of sensors that I need to make sure were connected, especially this one, which is the reverse sensor.
Got reverse. And you can also hear the parking sensors.
Next up, it's time to buckle up the charge system, and I'm going to leave it on a time lapse because there's quite a lot of work to do here. engine light, still got coolant light, still got all those other lights, but alternator light is gone. That's good enough.
Yeah, boy. It's a lot quieter now with the exhaust on. I mean, with the exhaust on.
With all the charge pipes connected, next up it's time for the front slam panel, which houses the radiators. And finally, with all of this connected, we can go ahead and fill the engine with coolant. On goes the front bumper, and this thing is actually looking like a car again, and not so much of a mess like it did at the beginning of this video. So with coolant in the engine, we actually found a major leak. And this was my fault. I forgot to tighten down one of those water pumps when I swapped it over from the old engine. But that was an easy fix, and then we can continue. And yeah, everything was just going together really smoothly after that. And with these final 2 screws to secure the front bumper, the car was fully assembled. It took us all day. We're well into the night, but it's time to take the car out for a first drive. How's it feeling?
It's good fun, mate.
It's definitely driving.
Mate, it drives good.
Sounds nuts. It sounds like the exhaust has got a little leak though, but that's something we can check out. But it's driving.
In or?
Yeah, buddy. So when my cameraman told me he wanted to get a salvage car and he picked up this little beauty, we were happy, but we ran into a ton of problems. I didn't take your car, Red. Your car's still the hell, Red. Overcame those problems. We got him a replacement car. The look on his face was just priceless. We did a ton of work. George, my cameraman, got his hands dirty, and all of that hard work has accumulated to this. Ooh. It was a little too late for Christmas, but George was able to get his hands on his little Scirocco, which is a car that he had admired for many, many years, and it's his first ever salvage car. It's HPI clear, it's a GT version, which means it's supercharged and turbocharged, and I'm happy to be able to give back to someone who's given so much to myself and the channel. Alrighty guys, so it's the next morning, and this thing has been fully reassembled. It looks cool. We've got 2 of the boys here.
Oi, oi.
Mate, come on, what do you think?
Look at it.
I'm so
Scirocco, mate. It's sick.
You've been driving it overnight?
Yeah, as smooth as anything. Literally, I don't feel anything bad wrong with it. Like it's nuts, man.
And you took it for MOT yesterday. You got some shots for us, right?
Got some shots for you. There you go. Boom.
Had the MOT done at DMS in Ford Lane, West Sussex. Anything you need, MOTs, they're always a good bet.
I just got off the phone with the MOT garage. Pass, no advisories.
Wanna go for a little drive in my new car?
Catch you later, bro.
Passed with no advisories. Zero advisories.
Did I leave
whatsoever.
a bunch of screws undone? This thing has come out really nice. The engine is actually running. We've done up the exhaust.
Mate, it runs good.
The exhaust is all bolted up.
Yep.
It's quiet. And it feels like it's got a bit of power?
Feels like it's got power, yeah, definitely more than that when we drove that, because
Yeah.
we found out that's obviously the less powerful engine, eh?
Okay,
But
so power-wise, what's your plan?
stage 1 remap to start off with,
Yep.
straight up,
Yep.
get it to 200 or something,
Yeah.
and then to be honest with you, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it's just a little run around for you.
fine.
And you wanted one of these
And it's
cars for a while,
low
didn't
as
you?
well, so it handles so nicely. Dude.
Yeah.
Like this, it feels so responsive. Like you said, I always said to you about how my MR2 feels fucking amazing.
Yeah.
This feels really the same.
Happy days, bro.
Like,
Well,
really good.
I'm glad that we were able to sort you out. And we've got Ollie.
Hello.
The return of Ollie.
And Ollie's a Scirocco maniac
Yeah,
as well. Huh?
Ollie's a Scirocco
We love
man.
Scirocco.
What do you reckon of the Scirocco?
I like the Scirocco.
Guys, we did it.
Both
We did it. So
Yeah, wicked.
it's a GT with the good block, and it's supercharged and turbocharged. And speaking of engines, we were going to be parting this bad boy out, and we got tons of parts to part out. But I want to ask you lot. Hold on, actually, I want to show you. Hold on. What should we do with this car? How's this sound? R32, if I can get an R32 engine and convert this to R32 platform with a 4-wheel drive running train. I just think we can make the ultimate sleeper, like track day car, and bag it, just have it completely crazy, or should we just part it out? Or if you've got an idea for a different kind of engine that would fit into this platform, let me know in the comments down below. What should we do with this car? So yeah guys, that's what it looks like on the inside. What engine should I put into this thing? That one's done. George is running off with that. New little run around, new little daily. But yeah, this is the one. Let me know, and I'm gonna be waiting in the comments. This is where we're gonna wrap up this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. George, have you enjoyed your car and enjoyed the build?
Mate, you made me shit my pants like 4 times, but we got it done. I've enjoyed every minute. Like.
Yeah? What do you think of the whole process? This is your first
Mate, it's crazy. You're honestly a genius, dude.
I tried.
Got a block and put everything back on it in like a day, and it's crazy. So yeah, thank you very much.
No worries, no worries. But yeah guys, this is where we're gonna wrap it up, and like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. In the next video, it's time to add some much needed mods to my 2019 BMW M2. This one is going to be crazy. Right, so car's been unlocked.